This Dreame vacuum claims to be as good or even better than the Dyson high-end V12 vacuum cleaner at a fraction of the price. Let's put it to the test. On top of these two vacuums, I bought two extra vacuums at the lower range to see is it worth paying more for the higher end models. Here are the 5 main points I'll be covering, and let's get into the first one. Features and attachments. What comes in the box? For cleaner heads, the cheapest option lacks the soft roller, while the Dyson V12 boasts laser detection. Wow! When it comes to multi-surface brush, it's important to note that the Dyson vacuum doesn't include it by default, unless you spend an additional $120. And this is only for the V12. The Digital Slim doesn't even have the option. However, I managed to find one on Carousel for $90 just so we can do testing. On the other hand, the Dreame vacuum shines in this aspect as it features a switch to open up the front for vacuuming larger particles. Additionally, it comes with laser detection, adding to its functionality. In terms of comparison between the Dyson Fluffy optics and the Dreame Smart Multi-Surface Brush Laser, both have its own advantages and disadvantages. The Dyson Fluffy optics is brighter and allows you to see further, but it only eliminates one side, causing you to potentially miss particles on the right side. On the other hand, the Dreame Smart Multi-Surface Brush Laser detects a wider range of particles, providing better coverage. All 4 vacuums come with mini tools, which we will test out later in the video. The Dreame R20 comes with a flexi adapter, which none of the other brands have. Technically, Dyson does have it, but it's not sold separately and it only comes with the most expensive model, the V15, at $1,369. This tool is specifically designed to make it easier to reach underneath places like beds and sofas. Last but not least, let's talk about docking system. When it comes to Dyson, their docking system involves pulling through a cable through the docking station. While the design allows for easy sliding in, it's worth noting that the Dreame docking system is designed to provide even easier charging. With the Dreame, you simply plug the charging cable into the docking station, and when the 2 points touch the battery charging points, it begins to charge. Of course, you also have the option to charge it directly. In terms of different modes, the cheapest option have low and high options with no indication. The Dyson Digital has Eco, Medium and Boost. The Dyson V12 has Eco, Auto and Boost. And the Dreame has Auto and Boost. In addition, the V12 do give additional information about the particles around you. Next, let's talk about performance. The first test focuses on how well the vacuums handle dust on hard floors. While it's expected that all of them will perform well in this category, the crucial question is whether they efficiently retain the fine dust or release it back in the air. To employ this, I will use this simple method. First, I will weigh each vacuum before any cleaning takes place. Next, I will sprinkle mixture of fine dust and coffee grounds, which I weigh, onto the floor and vacuum them up. Once the cleaning is complete, I will weigh the vacuum again to determine how much the dust has successfully captured. But first, let me tell you how it looks visually. Both Dysons and Dreame R20 did a good job, while the cheapest option did leave some dust behind, needing me to vacuum the same spot again. After weighing all the vacuums again, here are the results. I would give this test a margin of 1 gram. I was expecting Dyson to shine, but it seems the R20 does collect all the mixtures. But then again, there is an error for margin. But you can see the cheapest vacuum did the poorest. This is possibly because it didn't suck all the dust or it shoot the dust back out into the room. Moving to the next test, we will examine how well this vacuum tackles dust on carpets. To conduct this test, I will sprinkle the mixture onto the carpet and firmly tap it in, ensuring it gets embedded within the fibers. This rigorous process will assess both suction power and efficiency of suction. Visually, it's evident that the cheapest option falls short in terms of Dreame vacuum does better in sucking up dust, while the Dyson Digital Slim and the V12 demonstrate even better performance. However, it's important to note that the Dyson Digital doesn't come with the multi-surface brush. I can conclude that the V12 outperforms the others in terms of carpet cleaning. Now on to bigger particles. I actually plan to use cereal, but while weighing the coffee beans, I actually dropped all of them. So why not just do the test as it is? All vacuum does a good job, even the cheapest one, but there was one winner cleaner by a hair, the Dreame R20. Because of the bigger brush, it's a lot smoother going through bigger particles. Final test, we focus on the midi brushes, specifically testing their performance with hair. Unsurprisingly, the cheapest option struggled the most, with most of the hair getting stuck on the brush. The Digital Slim also faced the same difficulties but not as much, and the Dreame R20 showed better performance in handling hair. However, the V12 anti-tangled hair brush stood out from the bunch, as it managed to tackle all the hair perfectly with no entanglement or blockage. For the battery, I tested all the vacuums at the lower settings and their higher settings. The cheapest only lasted 23 minutes, while the Dyson Digital lasted 41 minutes. Dreame was next at 57 minutes, and lastly V12 for 62 minutes. At the higher settings, first to go was the Dyson Digital at 8 minutes, next the V12 at 9 minutes 35 seconds, then the Dreame R20 stopping at 14 minutes 30 seconds, and lastly the cheapest option at 23 minutes, which is basically the same as the lower settings because the mode doesn't really change much. Next, let's discuss about build quality and the design of the vacuums. In terms of looks, both Dyson options have unique designs with vibrant colors. The V12 stands out with its aluminium brush finish on the blue part, while the Dreame opts for a glossy finish that has a sense of premium quality. On the other hand, the cheap option, the $80 option, has a cheap looking plastic construction. When it comes to build quality, the two Dyson vacuum exceeds expectation. The attachment fits and removes smoothly, especially when compared to Dreame's R20 and especially the cheapest option. However, in terms of maintenance and cleaning, the Dreame R20 takes the lead. Its parts are incredibly easy to remove and clean, with every component being detachable for convenient cleaning. On the other hand, while emptying the bin is easy for the Dyson vacuums, they struggle with removing trapped hair and fine dust. The only way to clean the fine dust out is disassembling the top part, requiring a star screwdriver, which may not be readily available to many households. Even the cheapest option outperforms the Dyson vacuums in terms of ease of cleaning. Overall, while the Dyson vacuum boasts impressive build quality, the Dreame R20 excels in terms of maintenance and ease of cleaning. Conclusion. Starting with the cheapest option, $80, it fulfills basic functions but falls short in terms of performance. With the weakest battery, pure dust retention, and inadequate suction power, it lags behind in every aspect. It's a case of you get what you pay. This option should be avoided if you have carpets or have high cleaning demands. Moving on to the Dreame R20 at $699 with a $105 discount until June 30th. This option offers great value, especially if you can take advantage of the discounted price at $594. You get a comprehensive package, all the attachments including the flexi adapter, at a single price point. In terms of performance, the R20 excels with efficient dust retention, solid suction power, and a battery that can last you an hour. Considering the overall package performance and the discounted price, the Dreame R20 vacuum offers the best value out of all the options. Now let's talk about the Dyson V12 Slim Fluffy, which come at a higher price at $829. Additionally, I did purchase the multi-tool head separately, second-hand, for $90. If purchased new, price would be $949. Dyson V12 certainly delivers impressive performance with powerful suction and efficient dust retention capabilities. But with the high price difference from the Dreame R20, this may deter budget-conscious buyers. Lastly, we have the Dyson Digital Slim, priced at $599. It's important to note that this option doesn't come with the Moto multi-tool head. While it does deliver satisfactory performance, it does come with a few limitations. It lacks features like auto mode and has a smaller battery capacity. However, it's the lightest out of the four vacuums, making it the easiest to clean with. Considering the price point, it may be considered steep for the basic functions it offers. I feel for Dyson at this price range, you don't buy it for the overall performance. Rather, you buy it because of the branding. Because if you really want the best performance, you get the V15 at $1,369. The V12 is still impressive. Heck, the Digital is impressive as well. Both Dysons give you that wow factor. Even if you give the cheapest option as a gift, people will be impressed by the gift just because of the brand. The Dreame R20, on the other hand, won't have that wow factor. But for the person using it, they will appreciate the tools that comes with it. The ease of charging, the flexi attachment, and the ease of cleaning. It's kind of like this. Dyson is that hot girl. Wow, nice. But high maintenance. While the Dreame, not so hot, but got personality. Ultimately, the choice between these two vacuums or the cheaper options depends on individual preference. Whether one prioritizes brand recognition and aesthetics or value, practicality, and ease of maintenance. Personally, to the people that know me, you know I go for the better value. Might not be the best at carpets, but hey, I don't have carpets. So for me, Dreame R20. I hope this video has been helpful. I know it's not my normal content, just want to try something new. Spend a lot of money on this, okay? I'm still new to this, so I might leave out some critical information. If you have any questions, leave it down in the comment section below and I will sure to reply it. Whether you want to see more performance, any questions about either brands or even the cheapest option, do let me know. Any suggestion for better vacuums for cheaper? I don't know. Let me know. I think that's it. Yeah. Happy days. I'm done.